Alright guys, what's up? So first video of 2022. I really wanted to get one out last month, but I just did not have time. It's been really crazy with work and just life in general. So it's always a miracle when I actually have time to make a video. But anyways, I got a lot to show, a lot of records, a lot of tapes, CDs. It's going to be a long one, so hope you guys brought a snack or something, or I don't know, do drugs. I don't know what the fuck you guys do when you watch my videos. Anyways, let's get started. So, we'll start with the tapes, as usual. First one, we have Angantyrs' first full length. Just a regular little tape, nothing special. I grabbed the vinyl not too long ago, but this is one of those bands and one of those albums where I'll buy everything on every format. Such a great project and super fucking underrated. I mean, nobody ever talks about this band. So there's that. Go check out Angantyr if you haven't. Great Danish black metal. Alright, next up we have Hate Forest with Sorrow. So this was Hate Forest's last full length before the most recent one, before the comeback. Cassette reissue through Dread Records, who have also released all of the other Hate Forest albums on tape as well. I still need the new album. I don't own the new album yet. The new album was so fucking good too. But I don't know if they've already done a repress or not, but if they have, I missed it both times. So one of these days I will get it because that album was so fucking good. I wasn't expecting that album to be that good. But yeah. Very solid album. My favorite Hate Forest album is still Purity though. That one's just, there's something about that album that's just, it gets me. If that makes any sense. But anyways, not sure if there's any copies of this still left. I'm pretty sure it was a 100 copy limitation, but if you want it, don't sleep on it. Go check it out. Hate Forest with Sorrow, put out through Dread Records. Next up, we have a new project. This is I've mentioned this guy before because I bought stuff from him in the past, and I know he watches my videos. We talk all the time. His name is Garrett, and this is his project. So I figured I would give it a little bit of promotion on the channel, in case anybody's interested in getting a copy of the tape or whatever. So anyways, the project is called Inculta, and it's very much it's a lot of Aryan blood worship, but it's more than that. But I would say, and I think he would agree with me with this too, that was very much the foundation of this project was Aryan blood worship, which is totally fine with me. So got this nice fold out kind of page, and this initial run of tapes was limited to 25 copies, and he gave me number 1, which means I am the most cult out of everybody who has a copy of this tape. Yeah, I hope he's okay with this. I'm gonna go ahead and show the contact information that's on here in case anybody's interested in getting a copy of this, because I fucking doubt it's on YouTube. So there's that. But yeah, very solid stuff. He told me that the next release is going to be much better, so we'll see. I don't know. This is obviously, I believe, just a demo But I don't know if the plan is to do another demo or an album or an EP next. But looking forward to it regardless. Very, very solid demo. So that's Inculta. Next up we have Crystal Knot with War Spirit. I'm pretty sure this is an original tape press or an original copy. It looked pretty legit when I got it. I also got this for dirt cheap. So if it is a bootleg, I wouldn't even give a shit. But there's that. And on the inside here, it says distributed by Torment Records. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is probably legit. But I mean, yeah, you can see it's kind of old. It's got like rust on the paper here from the tape because the screw, one of the screws on the tape right there is fucking rusting. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that this is an original copy. And then it has the lyrics for the title track, Crystal Knot, on there, so that's cool. Or the album track, I should say. Yeah, like I said, I got this for dirt cheap, and I was just like, if it ends up not being an actual, like, an original tape copy, whatever, you know, it is what it is. But yeah. Anyways, I just thought it was a cool pickup. Crystal Knot, War Spirit. Alright, next up we have a bunch of tapes from an excellent Polish black metal band. These were all just recently reissued through, fuck, who did it? It was some label that starts with a U. I think it's Urtod Void or something like that. Urtod Void. Yep. So anyways, and of course the band I'm talking about is North, classic Polish black metal. So they reissued, like, I believe it's like the first like 5 kind of like main North releases. So this is the first one. I don't remember what the official Entering the Dark Kingdom. Yeah, they put it on the tape but not on the spine. So the first official demo from North only has 2 tracks on it. Just that, nothing on the inside. Very raw Polish black metal. There's that one. And then the next release was As My Kingdom Rises, which was much better. There's the tape. And you got fold out thing here. There's that one. And then you have the promo rehearsal from '94. Got a white tape on that one. Then that. Then you have the first full length, Thorns on the Black Rose. God, I love this album. It's so good. Comes on the red clear tape. Then you got fold out booklet there. Band pictures on that side. I have no idea if any of these are still available. When I bought mine, you could buy them in a bundle when they originally came out. If they're still available, I don't know if it's still possible to do that, but it's certainly worth checking if this is something that interests you. And then we have the second full length, From the Dark Past. Comes on a really nice crystal clear blue tape. And they ditched the corpse paint at this point. So there's that one. Definitely go check out North if you haven't. Excellent Polish black metal. All right. Next up, we got some raw black metal from the States. We have Lampier. This is Demo 1. Just a plain black tape. It's just a standard Perverse Homage release. Just that. Yeah, I always liked Lampier. And in terms of raw black metal, you know, it's like there's so much garbage, and I've said this before, and many of other people have said it too. It's one of those things where it's a dime in a dozen. But I always thought Lampier was one of the ones that was very deserving of the recognition, even though it's clearly Sanguine Relic worship, because that's what it sounds like. But anyways, I don't care. I think Lampier's a great project. So there's that. And then I also picked up Demo 2 as well. Now, both of these you can actually get on a compilation. I don't remember what the compilation is called. It was released on tape and vinyl. I don't know about CD, but I know it was put out on tape and vinyl. So it's probably actually much easier to grab that than it would be to grab the standalone demos. So yeah, there's that one. Two very, very solid demos. Alright, next up we have a project that I have talked about before. Probably a few updates ago at this point. I don't know. This is Rosterchester, or Rosterchester. Debut album. So this is a project, a side project of, in case you don't know, side project of the guy from Eisenwinter and Anti-Messiah from Total Verdichtung and all that jazz. So there's that. Really, really good album. There's that, and the person that I bought this from also sent me this live recording of Rosterchester as well. It's live in Switzerland from 2019, so that was really cool. And it's just a, standard thing, so, not really much to show. And also included the set list as well, so that was nice. So, yeah. Figured I'd just show that. Alright, next up, got some... So to finish off the tapes, we got French black metal and some Swedish black metal. So for the French, we got Signor Voland, self-titled. Black tape, and this was the, so it's a 20th anniversary tape edition through, I got my copy from New Era, but I don't know if that is the label that technically put this out. And it doesn't say anywhere on here, so I don't remember. But I mean, you can't find this tape anywhere. It's pretty much sold out everywhere at this point. But very cool. I mean, hands down, one of the best, not just one of the best French black metal releases, but just one of the best black metal releases in general. So it's that, and then to finish off the tapes, we have Cethereal with Nord. So, sure, everybody that's watching is aware, Nord finally got the reissue it deserved, as opposed to the god-awful reissue that Soul Cellar did a few years back, where they reissued it with the plain black album cover. They finally did the reissue properly, and put the original artwork. I already had the CD and vinyl, the original CD and vinyl, so I didn't need that, but I did want it on tape, so I just grabbed the tape. But I'm glad that they were. It's nice that they were able to reissue it with the original artwork, because I mean, fuck, dude, that's got to be hands down in my top 5 like favorite album covers. Got lyrics on that side. In Soul Cellar's defense, though, it was not their choice to do the whole black cover thing. That was the band's decision. And I think most people don't know that. They think that it was a Soul Cellar decision, but it was actually the band that wanted the whole black. And I guess they decided to reissue it again with the original artwork, which was a smart move. And they did it in a jewel case for the CD, which I saw that, because I think the other one was a fucking digipack. So the digipack coupled with the shitty plain black fucking album cover, yeah, didn't make for a good reissue. The only thing that disappoints me about the tape reissue is that it's a sticker on a plain black tape. It's not a pro tape, which is kind of disappointing. And Soul Cellar, I've seen a lot of shit talking about Soul Cellar and how they're cheap when it comes to their reissues. And I do kind of agree with that, because I have some other Soul Cellar reissues, and they're very basic, you know. So I definitely get that, but whatever. That's just me being picky, so I'm sure other people probably don't feel the same way, but I just feel like they could have done better than that. Because at this point, Soul Cellar has done so many, has reissued so many, like, classic albums. You know, you'd think they would be a big enough label at this point to be able to, you know, do pro tapes and not that bullshit. But anyways, done talking about that. And we're going to move on. Alright. I'm already tired of talking, and I'm not even close to being done yet. Okay, next up we're going to talk about some CDs. So the first CDs I'm going to show, I was recently given, I guess you could say, a care package, quote unquote, because I don't know what else to call it, by somebody who watches my channel, and I talk to him every once in a while. He wanted to send me some stuff, so I was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. I had sold him a record not too long ago, and he wanted to send me some stuff back. So I'm going to talk about a few of the things that he sent me in this video. So this is the first one. This is a band called Firmament, Nightside Valkyries. So this is a atmospheric black metal project. Can't remember the name of I can't remember the country these guys are from off the top of my head. I'm new to this project, so can't give that information. Put out through Nature Mact Productions, so I do know that label. Digipack, like that. So like I said, atmospheric black metal. I thought it was a pretty solid album. I mean, with atmospheric black metal like this, these days I'm very picky about it, just because usually when I want to listen to something like this, I'll put it in like the background while I'm focused on something else, is to just have something in the background. Or like I'll listen to something like this when I'm on the road, in the car sleeping, or on an airplane sleeping or something like that. I'll put something like this on because, you know, it's relaxing. But other than that, I don't really listen to a lot of this kind of atmospheric black metal that much anymore. Back when I first started listening to black metal, I did. But then I kind of just slowly moved away from the style. But anyways, I thought this was a pretty solid album. I think this came out last year too, so it's a fairly new release. I give it a 7 out of 10 if I had to rate it. All right, next one. This is another one that he sent me. This is Dark Eater. I believe this is a Russian band, so I'm not gonna pronounce the name of that album, or I'm not even gonna attempt to. Put out through Wolfspell Records, limited to 500 copies, and then they were hand numbered, and it looks like I got number 196. So this is a atmospheric slash depressive black metal project, and you can definitely feel the DSBM vibe on this. That's for sure. It's not overwhelming like some other bands. I think with a band like this, they do a good job of blending. They did a good job of blending both styles, because again, I'll say the same thing about DSBM that I said about atmospheric black metal. And atmospheric black metal, I've said this before, that is a genre that just gets totally everybody wants to slap atmospheric black metal on every single goddamn like band name nowadays. For me, when I think of atmospheric black metal, I think of, Summoning, Kaladin Brood, stuff like this, Elderwind, Sojourner, stuff like that. But I see all these other people that throw the atmospheric black metal label on certain bands, and it's just like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being picky, but it's just at this point it gets really annoying. But anyways, like I said, I think this band does a good job of blending both styles. But again, DSBM is another subgenre of black metal that I've definitely grown much further away of. I'm not going to deny I was really into DSBM when I first started listening to black metal. I was into a lot of things when I first started listening to black metal that I no longer care about. But I think that has a lot to do with, you're finding the genre and you're discovering all these things, and it's like, yeah, this is cool. And then you just kind of like, okay, this was cool then. I don't really like it that much anymore. But yeah. Anyways, I'm super, and to put it more simply, I am very picky with DSBM these days as well. There's not much DSBM now that impresses me. Anyways, booklet. I think it's got, yeah, I don't even remember if I showed that or not, but I just went ahead and did it again. But yeah, I would say this, I'm also going to give this a 7 out of 10. My other problem with a lot of atmospheric black metal these days is that it's there's Shadow, is that the keyboards are so they're overpowering, and they overpower the guitar riffs, and it's just, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I wish more bands that played the atmospheric black metal style would make sure that the riffs are first and foremost the most important, because that's what black metal is about, the riffs. So yeah. But anyways, another solid release. That's Dark Eater, and I'll have links for that. If I can find it on YouTube, I'll have links for that shit. Alright, so let's move on. We're going to talk about some more atmospheric black metal. We have Evil Feast with Winter Moon Enchantment. Now, Evil Feast is one of those atmospheric black metal bands that I 100% enjoy. Just an amazing project overall. So this is a first press CD. I got this for a fucking steal. Like, I think I got this for like less than half for what it normally goes for on Discogs. So I definitely lucked out there. But yeah, was very happy to pick this one up. Definitely one of my favorites from Evil Feast. That's Wintermoon Enchantment. And next up we have some more Polish black metal. Fucking Alexa. Anyways, we have some more Polish black metal. This is a release that I've been after for fucking ever. It's just, it never pops up for sale. And when it does, it's overpriced or some other reason. But this is Gontina Cry. I believe this is just an EP. I don't think it's a demo. I'm pretty sure it's just an EP. But yeah, this is hands down, this one of the best Polish black metal releases. I know I say that a lot about Polish black metal, but this one's fucking up there. It's so goddamn good. So this is a first CD press on I think Astral. Yeah, no, Old Legend put this one out. There's those two fucking labels that would always put out all the Polish shit. It was either Old Legend Productions or Astral Wings Records, and I always get them both mixed up. The only downside to this one is that the booklet does have some water damage, so you can kind of see it there. It's a little wavy. And I had the seller send me pictures, because I was like, hey, can I get pictures of the booklet? And I mean, other than that, it's still in good shape. I mean, none of the pages stick together, which is good. So, very nice. And I figure, this is one of those things where it's just to own a copy. If I ever come across another copy for a decent price that's in better condition, I'll pick it up as an upgrade copy. But this is just to have it because I needed to own this release. So yeah, definitely check this out if you haven't. It's so goddamn good. I think one of the most interesting things about this release is that it doesn't sound like it's Polish. It doesn't sound like these guys are from Poland. It doesn't sound like your typical 90s Polish black metal. This sounds different, but it's really good, guys. Trust me. If you haven't heard this, give it a listen. It's really good. That's Gontina Cry. Alright, next up we have Limbonic Art with Moon and the Scorpio. First press on Nocturnal Arts Productions. I'm all about those first press CDs, and this is one that I fucking needed to have. So, a guy that I had previously bought CDs from in the past was selling this, and he had it for a decent price, so I said, why not? I'm going to pick it up. That's... Yeah, glad to add that to the collection. Masterful symphonic black metal. Alright, next up we got some French black metal. So these are both bootleg CDs, and they've been flooding eBay lately, and it's created so much buzz. It even got to the main guy behind the project, and it's been pretty entertaining. So let's just go ahead and get into it. We have Pestinor with Folk Fuck Foley. So yeah, this is one of the recent boots that came out, and I mean, hey, these boots are cheap, and if you're not gonna reissue your stuff, okay. So hang on, let me back up a little bit. So I don't know if it was posted on. I don't know if Famine posted it on Telegram, or he posted it somewhere, warning about a seller that was selling, bootleg CDs. And Famine was like, I own all of I own all of the I think he said I own all of the masters or something like that for all of these albums, you know. And he's like, you know, these releases were not approved, you know, they're bootlegs. He said something to that effect or whatever, and he's like, oh, you know, whoever you got the CDs from or whoever this is, let me know so I can contact them. Or, you know, he said some bullshit like that. And everybody's just kind of laughing because it's like, well, dude, what the fuck do you expect? Like, it's stupid how much Peste Noir stuff goes for on the secondhand market. It is ridiculous. Like, even copies of the newest album, like, every time one pops up on eBay in auction, I watch it just to see how much it sells for. And it's stupid. People are paying $200-$300 for that new full length on vinyl. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? I don't get it. I mean, it's incredible. Um, so back to the other thing, it's like you're saying all of you own all the rights to your albums, but you won't reissue them, and then you get pissed off at people for doing actually really good quality, you know, bootleg reissues. You know, what do you expect? It's gonna happen. So I picked up a couple of them because I wanted them. And I saw that they were good quality. So this is the one for Folk Fuck Foley. And I mean, it's very nice. It looks very much like the original. So can't complain. There's that one. And then I also picked up the this one as well. I don't want to try to pronounce that because I don't speak French. So the funny thing about this album is that it was originally only released on Digipack, but now this bootleg, it's a nice jewel case reissue, which is probably, I can't speak for it because I don't have a Digipack first press, but it's probably better quality than the fucking Digipack. So I'm showing you guys this so you guys can go on eBay and buy some of these because I'm fully endorsing these bootleg reissues. Like, they're good quality and you can get them for a good price. I think most people that are selling them are selling them for probably, you know, under $20, which is cheap compared to how much you would pay for a first press. So yeah. Alright, let's move on. Next up, last CD, we're going to talk about some US black metal, some more very underrated US black metal. A band that I wish would put out some more material because it's been a while since we've heard anything from this band. This is Warwolf, the Archetype of Destruction. Quite possibly one of my favorite black metal albums. It's just straight up Signor Voland and Krystalnacht worship, which it really does not get much better than that. So this is a joint release through Darker Than Black and Thor's Hammer. That. And it even says on the booklet right here that it was dedicated to, you know, the dude from Krystalnacht. The booklet's not really much. It just has, on each page, it just has the song titles and then like a picture to go with each one. So, it's cool. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, if you haven't heard this album, please, for the love of God, go give it a listen. Especially if you like Signor Voland. Like, yeah. Killer fucking album. That's Warwolf, the Archetype of Destruction. Alright, finally gonna move to the records. We're 35 minutes in. I'm probably gonna fucking fly through these. Before we do that, I'm gonna make some space here. Let's see, where the fuck can I put this? Put these up here. There. Alright. Gives me a little bit more room here to work with. Alright. So, the first record we're going to show, this is one of the things that was in the package that that Brandon sent me to go along with those other two CDs. This is Autumn's Rapture with An Obscure Night's Oblivion. So this is one of the projects from the dude behind Lament and Winter's Night, Vorsath, however you want to call it, and so many other projects, because every guy from Australia has to be in 20 million projects. Anyways, so this is a demo. This project he hasn't really done a whole lot with this project as of right now. At least from what I saw, from what I can remember looking up on Metal Archives. But put out through Asrar. I think we got a printed inner sheet here. And it's just black vinyl, so nothing really to show there. But I thought this was really good. Definitely, I know he told me that there's definitely some Lament and Winter's Night kind of sounding stuff on here. But other than that, though, it's different, but so fucking bad at describing stuff. It's good stuff. Good black metal. Highly recommended if you like Lament and Winter's Night and all that other dude's projects. I don't know. At this point, I'm just spewing stuff. But anyways, thanks again, Brandon, for sending me all that stuff. I appreciate it. He sent me a couple other things too, but I don't have them on me right now, so I can't show them. They weren't like music stuff, it was like other shit. Sent me a hoodie and I think there was something else. Yeah. Alright, next up we have Argus Lent with Unconquered Soldiery. Put out through Welton Fiend. So I believe this is just a compilation of just some random shit. The songs on this release were raw and unfiltered recordings featured on various 7-inch EPs and compilations that have long been out of print. So, that, and then came on brown vinyl. Pretty sure there was black vinyl as well. I actually bought this off of Mr. Garrett, the guy behind Inculta. So, thank you, Garrett, for selling me this. And for some reason, it came with 2 fucking inserts. I don't know. I think he told me that, and I just don't remember him telling me that, but I'm pretty sure he did. That's not the first time that's happened though, where I've gotten a record and it came with 2 of the same inserts. So I guess it just happens sometimes. So yeah, there's that. Argus Lent, Unconquered Soldiery. Next up, we're gonna go back to Evil Feast. We have Funeral Sorcery. Recent reissue on Amor Fati Productions. Gatefold with lyrics, super fucking glossy too. And then just black vinyl. lot to show there. Like I said, I'm gonna try to breeze through these because this video is already gonna be pretty long. And then also picked up Lost Horizons of Wisdom. Also recent reissue on Amr Fati. Same deal with this one. Black vinyl. Nothing really much else to show. Both of these I picked up from Nuclear War Now. They might still have them. Definitely worth checking. Alright, next up we're going to move to some German black metal. We have Moonblood with Domains of Hell. So, Iron Bonehead's been releasing a lot of these early Moonblood recordings, and it's very nice because, you know, for a lot of these, and for all these, it's like first time on vinyl, you know, first time proper, you know, proper releases other than just like, you know, the original demo tapes. So hopefully they continue reissuing these on vinyl. They've reissued more on CD right now than vinyl. But hopefully they kind of continue with the rest on vinyl as well. And they're all on black vinyl, so not really much point in pulling those out. So, that's Moonblood with Domains of Hell. And then we also have The Evil Rules. This one's really fucking good. Gatefold, very much like the other one. So yeah, hopefully we get more of those early Moonblood recordings on vinyl, because that would be nice. Alright, next up we have some UK black metal. So this is an album, this came out last year, and everybody was talking about this album. And I totally understand, because it's so, I don't know, trying to figure out a proper way to use this. There's not many bands these days that are try to emulate the style of like the old 90s like Swedish like melodic black metal stuff like Dissection and Sacramentum and stuff like that. So it's always nice when, you know, because most bands these days, they're either trying to be like Sanguine Relic or Satanic Warmaster. So it's always nice when there's somebody wants to worship the good 90s Swedish black metal and the likes of that. And I have no idea how to pronounce the name of this band. I'm going to give it a try. Ninkarsag. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. If you don't like it, fuck off. Name of the album is The Dread March of Solemn Gods. I'm not too familiar with this band, so I don't remember if this is like a debut album or second full length or something like that, so I'm not going to talk about that. But anyways, put out through Vendetta Records. So this is very much Dissection worship. And that's really all I need to say. There's not really much else you can say about this other than it's Dissection worship. So comes with a cool little booklet, showed a few pages there, and came on white vinyl. If I had to say one, the only thing about this album that I will say, as just kind of like me being a critic, because that's what I do. I talk about albums and I talk about the good things and I talk about the bad things on this channel. And the one thing I will say about this is that, yes, while it is very in the vein of Dissection, the one thing it lacks is memorable songs. I'm sure some of you are probably didn't like that comment, but that's just how I feel about this. Songs are still good, but I would say the biggest difference between, you know, this and say Storm of the Lightsbane is that the songs aren't just are just not that memorable. So that's the only thing negative I have to say about this. Other than that, this is a very good album, and I highly recommend it for fans of the 90s Swedish melodic black metal scene. So that's Nin Karstag with the Dread March of Solemn Gods. I'll have a link for that as well. Alright, next up we have some French black metal. Project that I have talked about. It's been a while though. We have Satcray, I don't know how to pronounce it. Recent, I guess kind of compilation release. So this is number 2. There was that number 1 came out like a couple of years ago or something like that. I think it was like 2020 or 2019 or something like that. Might have even been earlier than that. But that was also more kind of like the same thing. It was like a compilation of older recordings. So this is the same thing, but I guess it's recordings that weren't on that compilation. Put out through Signal Rex. It's a fold-out cover. Limited to 150 copies. I have number 48. And then it's just black vinyl, so... I'm still looking for a copy of part 1, but it's fucking expensive. Like, it's like fucking $100, and not really sure that's one of those. Not really sure I really want to pay $100 for that record, but we'll see. You never know. I tell myself a lot of things and then I end up doing it anyways. So yeah, there's that. Solid French black metal. Same guy behind Salfro and Drakenhail. Alright. Next up we have everybody's favorite Finnish guy. We have Satanic Warmaster, Corellian Satanist Madness. This is another record that I bought off of Garrett. This is the picture disc release under No Colors. So you got it's just most picture discs only came with like an insert for like the cover, and then, you know, with the backside, and then the, you know, the record. So that's pretty much what this is. You got the cover, you got lyrics on the back. But the picture disc is really nice. That's the back, and that's the front. So, very nice. This guy will be in a frame one day. That's for sure. So yeah, cheers again to Garrett, if you're watching this, for selling me this shit. I think I've got one more record in here somewhere that I bought from you. Pretty sure. I think I bought 3. Yep, there's another one coming up. So yeah. So that, you guys all fucking know Satanic Warmaster. I don't need to say shit about that. Alright, the next one. So, this is officially the most I've ever spent on a record. I won't disclose how much I spent, just for obvious reasons. But this has now taken the crown as the most expensive record I've ever bought. So it's now dethroned the Drowning the Light, Mutilation, and Satanic Warmaster split. So this is an original, the original Signor Volin compilation, press, whatever. They still called it the self-titled, but it had like, it still has like a lot of the same bonus tracks, or it has a lot of the same tracks that were included on like the reissue or whatever that just came out not that long ago. But anyways, originally put out on Aura Mystique, limited to 500 copies. I got number 393. And it doesn't come with an insert or anything, it's just the record. So, yeah, this is one of those things that I had to have. I mean, I love Signor Volin so much, and I love this release, so I decided I had to have it. No regrets. I'm still looking for the picture disc as well. So if anybody's got that for sale, let me know. Or knows somebody that's selling their copy, because that one I really need. Yeah. I was very glad to have picked this up, though. My bank account didn't like it, but I sure did. Alright. Next up, we got some more French black metal. So this is the third one that I got from Garrett. This is the Somber Chemin and Ornaments of Sin split. Put out through Sabbath's Fire, limited to 514 copies. That's such a weird number. This is copy 458. It's kind of hard to see there because they put it in like silver Sharpie or something like that. Yeah. Very solid split. Ornaments of Sin side. Somber Chemin. I think Ornaments of Sin is from France. I probably should have checked on that, but I'm like 90% sure they're from France. If not, they're from fucking Germany or something like that. But yeah. So there's that. Alright, next up, we got some French-Canadian black metal. This is Source de Glace. I hope I pronounced that right, because apparently I pronounced that wrong a lot of times, and somebody always fucking says something when I pronounce it wrong. This is Moonrise and Total Darkness, their second full-length. Put out through Obscure Abhorrence Productions, just black vinyl. Not a whole lot to show there. Fucking beautiful album cover. Definitely one of like their first three albums are just untouchable. After that, not so much, but the first three are fucking amazing. So there's that. I forgot to put that fucker back in the sleeve. Alright. And also picked up the third album, The Pure Essence of Primitive Forests. Same deal, Obscure Abhorrence, just black vinyl. So I'm going to mention this in hopes that maybe they were watching this and they'll know for future reference. So when I got these, when they shipped these, I ordered both of these records directly from their Bandcamp, directly from SDG's Bandcamp. And whoever packaged them did a really shitty fucking job. They didn't... I mean, as you can see here, there's a split on the top. The sides, I think the other one had a split on it too, but it's not as bad as this one. Both records were shipped inside the jacket. They weren't sent in plastic sleeves either. Like, they literally just threw both of them in a shitty LP mailer and sent it out. So that was kind of disappointing to see that, especially when you especially that I ordered these directly from the band. One of the records came really fucking warped. I'm surprised it even fucking played. I don't remember if it was this one or the other one, but I was surprised it fucking played because it was bad. So if anybody's watching this, whoever packaged that shit, shame on you, because that's just like rule number one is you do not ship the records inside the jacket. They always go outside the jacket in a plastic sleeve. And it's one of those things too where it might not even be any of the band members shipping them out. It might just be somebody who works for them that's shipping them, that's in charge of shipping their merch and their orders out. But whoever it is needs to be fired. That's all I'm saying. Or somebody needs to teach them how to fucking properly package shit, because I mean that's money you're fucking losing, because then your customer gets pissed and they want to return their shit because it was damaged improperly, or it was damaged because it was improperly packed for shipping. But yeah. But anyways, killer band, but holy fuck. Just, if you order from their Bandcamp, you've been warned. That's what you're gonna get. Or at least that's what I got. Alright, next up, we'll talk about some Finnish black metal. We have War Moon Lord with Burning Banners of the Funeral War. Debut album from a couple of years ago. Put out through Wolfspell Records. I've been wanting a copy of this on vinyl for so fucking long. Because I missed both presses. Mainly because I had the tape, you know, but this is one of those releases where I really wanted the vinyl too, so I finally was able to get a copy for a decent price. Because this is one of those records where, you know, even for just the black vinyl, people were listing it for like $100, and it's like, fuck you. So glad I was able to finally get a copy for a halfway decent price. But yeah, everybody knows this band. I mean, this project's definitely gotten much more popular, especially with the recent album, which we are going to talk about. I mean, when this album first came out, I was like, damn, it was like almost like a fresh of black, or fresh of black, a fresh of breath air in the Finnish black metal scene, because it was just so good. So, yeah. War Moon Lord, Burning Banners of the Funeral War. And, of course, we're going to talk about the latest full-length Battle Spells. So, the first thing about this is that this one was put out on Werewolf Records, and immediately the biggest difference between this one and the first album is the production. That first one is very much raw Finnish black metal, but you still have the classic style of Finnish black metal riffing. But with this one, very polished production, which is a good and a bad thing. When this came out, I was really hoping for the kind of style that the first album was. Not that this one's bad, but just that first album was just so perfect. I was really hoping for something like that for this one, but that wasn't the case. So you got a nice gatefold there with lyrics. And then there's the variant. It's like silver with red splatter. I think it's supposed to technically be blood splatter, but, you know, what the fuck ever. Yeah, I would say if you're new to this project, which I'm sure most of you aren't, because it's... Excuse me. Fucking... I don't want to fucking burp and shit. If you're new to this project, I would say start with this album, just because it's got cleaner production, and then I would say go listen to the first album. But I'm sure most 95% of you are familiar with the project, so don't really need to say that. But anyways, very solid album. And with everything being said, I didn't like this as much as the first one. There was something about that first album, you know, that this one does not have. And that's really all I can say about it. Other than that, though, solid album. Very, very good. That's War Moon Lord with Battle Spells. Alright, guys, that's it. I know this was a long one, so I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't know when that'll be. At this point, it might be mid to late March when we get the next video, but we'll see. You never know. Alright, take care, guys.